Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm your tutor, Mr. Baraka, and today I want us to go through a few questions here in biology. They are covering Form 1 work. So let us start with the first question. The first question says, state the name given to the study of the first part, question 1. You state the name given to the study of cells. We said that the branch of biology that deals with study of cells is called cytology. So the correct answer is cytology. And then part B says you give the name of the branch of biology that deals with study of classification of living organisms. Classification of living organisms. And we said the branch of biology that deals with classification of living organisms is called taxonomy. So taxonomy is the correct answer. And then part B, question 2 says you define the term species. So what is a species? We said in classification that the species means what? It means a group of organisms, that can freely, or you can say naturally, interbreed to give rise to viable, or you can say fertile offsprings. So a group of organisms that can freely interbreed or naturally interbreed to give rise to fertile offspring is what we call what? A species. That means that if you are to look at human beings, all human beings belong to the same species because we can freely interbreed to give rise to viable offsprings. And then question 3 says that a tiger is known as Panthera tigris. So you are given like that, Panthera tigris. A tiger is known as Panthera tigris, like you can see on the board. And then the question says, identify 2 mistakes made in writing the scientific name. You identify 2 mistakes in writing this scientific name. The first mistake that is here, you can see, we said every time you are writing what? Scientific names, you have to follow binomial what? Nomenclature rules. So in this case, there's something that was omitted here, and that is a mistake. Number 1 is that the generic and specific names are not underlined separately. So when you are writing this scientific name, you're supposed to underline the genus name and the specific name separately, but you can see the name has not been what? Underlined separately. That is the mistake. That is the first mistake. So you identify the mistake. You don't correct for this question. It is looking for the mistake. And then mistake number 2, look at this. We said that if you are writing the specific name, the second name is the specific name, you're supposed to write the specific name in small letters, but you can see that the first letter of the specific name is starting with what? A capital letter. So that is the second mistake. That the specific what? Name starts with a capital letter. So those are the 2 mistakes. Those are the 2 mistakes for that question. And then part B says that explain why a leopard and a tiger cannot breed, yet they belong to the same genus. We say that organisms that can naturally interbreed to give you viable what? Offsprings, they must be belonging to what? The same species. So in this case, because the leopard and the tiger belong to different what? Species, they cannot freely interbreed to give rise to viable offspring, although they belong to the same genus. So the answer here will be what? The reason why a leopard and a tiger cannot breed yet they belong to the same species is because the tiger and the leopard belong to different species. Because they are of different species, they can never interbreed even if they belong to the same genus. And then the next question says, a cell was magnified 200 times using a light microscope. So a cell was magnified 200 times using a light microscope. So once you have that statement, then you're supposed to remember that magnification using a light microscope is actually given by eyepiece lens magnification and objective lens magnification. So if you are told that you're using a light microscope, the total magnification using a light microscope is given by eyepiece lens magnification times objective lens magnification. But you are told that the total magnification is 200 times, and then the eyepiece lens magnification was times 10. You find magnification of objective lens. So in other words, you are given this one and you are given that. Can you get this? The answer is yes. That objective what? Lens magnification is given by total magnification divided by eyepiece lens magnification. So what will happen then? That your answer will be what? It is 200 divided by 10. So 200 times, so you get what? Times 20. The answer for objective lens magnification will be times 20. So it is important you remember the formula and then you put your values there, carry the units. Magnification is what? Capital X. The same thing here, capital X. So there you get what? Magnification will be times 20 for the objective lens magnification. And then you are given another question. This question is what? There's a structure that is here. I want to go through the structure. The structure looks like this. The structure looks like this. The structure looks like this. You have a structure that looks like that. The structure looks like this. Like that. Structure that looks like that, and then you're told this one is a O, and then you're told this one is a B, and this one is what? A. So this structure that you see on the board is a cell structure that was observed under a microscope, and then you're told name the cell structure. If you look at this one, this structure can only be what? A cell membrane or a plasma membrane. Is the one that looks like this. And then you are told name the part labeled A, B. A here we see that for A, the cell membrane is made up of what? Protein what? Molecule. So this one is a protein layer. Yeah, protein layer. So A is protein what? Layer. And then B, this part here, you can see there's a layer up here and a layer down here. This one is what we call what? Phospholipid bilayer. The phospholipid bilayer. And then state what? One function of the above structure. The function of a cell membrane, we said, is what? It controls movement movement of materials into and out of the cell. So this one is very important. You have to show direction. Control of movement or regulate movement of materials into and out of the cell. And then the last question is saying this. You name the carbohydrate that is found. Name the carbohydrate that is found in abundance in mammalian blood. Carbohydrates that are found in abundance in mammalian blood. So in blood of mammals, the glucose that is there in large quantities is actually what? Glucose. The answer is glucose. And then the other one is what? Stored. Carbohydrate that is stored in the mammalian liver. When you have excess glucose, it is converted to what? In animals, it is converted to glycogen for storage in the liver. So this one is glycogen, is a carbohydrate. And then the last one is the carbohydrate that is found in plants, stored in plant seeds. And we say this, in plants, the carbohydrate that is stored in form of food, which is starch. So this is how to answer those questions. I believe that you have gained something about biology, and therefore I wish you all the best. We meet in the next video. Thank you.